really hard. Alright. What are you doing? What's up, fellas? How y'all doing? Still working on all this stuff. Trying to figure it all out. But, hey, we got this. So, it's happening. So, I appreciate all you guys for being here tonight. And we are talking about the AL37 tonight, guys. It's not showing up for some reason. I don't know what's up on my screen. I'm not seeing it. I don't know why, but I'm not. So, Dustin is actually on a trip. Dustin is looking at another machine. He's too busy to hang out with me. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's trying to get his stuff working properly for his machine. For what he does with his JDS, and yeah, so he's just letting me know that he's not going to be here, and that's okay though, because we're getting it going and getting it set up. So as I said in the pinned comment tonight, guys, we're going to be talking about the AL37 again, and what I've gotten done to it so far, what I've been doing over the last week. And I will tell you, I've been spending a lot of time sanding and spackling and filling in seams down the middle of the plane. I just want this thing to be right. And yes, what? What do you mean to do? I don't understand. So, yeah, she's down here. It's like she don't want to be on camera. Sorry. But yeah, so this plane, it's an awesome airplane, but it's got a lot of, places that need to be spackled and filled in if you want it right. Now, anytime you are going to be painting black on anything, especially if you're going to be using a higher gloss, you really are going to have to get rid of imperfections, such as the seams running down the center of the plane where this whole fuselage was put together. Let me see if I can turn this for you guys like this. Get the light over here maybe where you can see it better. You really can't see it because I've gotten it hidden very well. But there is a seam that runs all the way down this fuselage, all the way down there, and then also underneath the bottom. And I'll turn it to the bottom to see. Yeah, you can't even see it here really either. Very vaguely right here, but it's very smooth. So with that being said, it's mainly filling, sanding, spackling, things like that. And, a lot of sanding to get it really smooth, which I use a 220 grits on here to sand it after I spackle it, and I've also gone in and spackled it a couple of times. What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? Let's see, who all we got in here tonight? We got, let's see, Guniak, what's up, man? How you doing? Bruce Bremer, Deuces Wild Bill, Paul McNeil. How you guys doing, man? I appreciate all you guys for being in here.
Sit down and smile.
Do what?
He said, Paul McNeil said you sit down and smile.
Yeah, I can't sit down and smile right now.
Because
anyway. But yeah, I'm just I'm trying to show you what's going on here and having to move things around a little bit. And yes, I've got the wings off of it tonight because I've been sanding and spackling on those as well. As a matter of fact, let's see. I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what to tell you. This is one of the wings right here, and this flap has a carbon spar right here, and if you do not fill that in and spackle it, you're going to see it. And so as you can see, it's pretty much gone. This is actually smooth down here, but you can see it coming through slightly, but it is very smooth. Once it's painted, you'll never see that. Also, there was a little bit of an indentation here. That's covered as well. You can see the spackle right in this area here. And around the end of the wing tip, where the light is, that piece of plastic stuck up pretty bad, and as you can tell now, it's gone for the most part. Blends in pretty well. Got a little bit of sanding left here to do, but other than that, that's it. On the back side of the wing, everything here, another thing I've been working a lot on, guys, is getting rid of the mold releases on these planes. As you know, they're the little places. I'm trying to see if I can see one. I've got. Okay, go ahead. So as you see the mold release places here, I've got them sanded pretty smooth, so you don't even really see them. They're practically gone because I've sanded them all down so smooth. So yeah, I mean that's a lot of them on this wing and on the fuselage, and I've sanded all of them down to get rid of them there. I don't like to see those, especially if I'm going to get this plane looking as good as I can. Let me set this back over here. I've done the other wing the same way, guys, and also on the vertical stabilizer right here, done the same thing. I've gotten all of the mold releases sanded on here. Everything's pretty smooth. I've got these taped off, guys, so that we're right here. I've got these taped so I don't get spray paint on these when I'm putting primer or any kind of paint on here, because all of these fittings on these airplanes fit so tightly that if you get paint on them, it just makes them really hard to push down in there. So I've just put tape on them to keep paint off of them, and I'll peel those off when I get ready to put this down into the back of the airplane. Let's see. I've got the winglets. There's not a lot to do on those, so got those sanded a little bit though. I do have now one coat of primer, and I'm telling you, man, this thing is really smooth. Now, one thing that I did, guys, I don't know if you'll be able to see on here or not, but I could not stand it, so I finally had to go ahead and do it. All around the cabin of this airplane, the cockpit as it would be, you could see a really severe line where the canopy went into the fuselage. Well, if you notice now, I don't know if you guys can tell, try to get a light, you cannot see that. It's smooth because the front of this airplane is going to look like the front of a stormtrooper. I wanted this to be very smooth and look really nice. Let me see if I can get this, bring it in for you a little closer. Notice how smooth that is. And even around the nose cone right here, that was pretty raised in here, and it's all smooth as silk around the windshield. Everything is very smooth now because I just did not like seeing the canopy lines around here. So I've got all that really, really smooth. Again, there is one coat of primer on this plane. As far as the top section, I have not done the bottom because it's hard to paint one and then not be able to flip it over. But you can see where I've got everything taped off. The intake grate is taped off so I don't get anything in the ESCs or around the ESCs. The bottom seam is very smooth, as you guys can see. In between the wheels, wells is very smooth. All the way down the fuselage, if you guys can tell. Only reason you're seeing that seam is not because it is not smooth, it's just because I have not primed the bottom yet. Once I prime it, you'll not see any of this seam back here. If you notice in the center of the airplane where the fuselage and these two pieces go together, I mean, that's barely primed and you do not even notice where that fuselage has been put together. Again, guys, my OCD is kicking in on this airplane. I just do not want to rush it. I'm trying so hard to take my time on it and make it look as good as it can, because this is going to be kind of a showpiece, a beautiful plane once I get it finished. Let me catch up on the comments. What's up, Spencer Keith, Bruce Bremer, Lyndon Stewart. Let's see. Yeah, Guniac, it does take a ton of patience, man. I mean, because I am one that I like to move forward quickly. And in doing this kind of work, guys, with the spackling and then the sanding and the spackling and the sanding and the priming and sanding, it does take a lot of effort and a lot of time. But I've been waiting on this plane, as you guys well know, for a year now, and I'm going to take my time on this because I want it to be a showpiece when it rolls out. And this is going to be a beautiful video, guys, when we get this thing from beginning to end, the way I'm going to present it to everybody when it's finished. Stick around and wait for that because we've got it all planned out. It's going to be a large production. It's going to be great. Let's see. How hard is yellow to paint on the phone? Bill, yellow is not hard to paint if you use a white primer such as what's on this airplane. If you want a color to really be vivid, you need a light primer. If you're going to do a darker color, you want a darker primer. If you're going to do a silver, a lot of times white is your better primer because it makes that silver really pop and stand out. So, just my 2 cents and from what I've seen. Hello, Miss Victor Shamulus. How are you tonight? Glad to have you here. The air boss is in the house, guys, so be on your best behavior. Glad to have you. And Victor, I am so sorry to see what happened to you with your Goshawk and your L39, man. I hate it for you, and it's just part of the hobby, man. As you of anybody knows, it's part of the hobby. But I know you will get those planes fixed and back in the air because you are an awesome builder and a great pilot as well. So again, man, I'm sorry to see that happen. Barry Campbell, how are you? Good to have you in here tonight. Mickey, BRC. What's up, buddy, from down under? How are you, man? Good to see you. Glad to have you in here tonight. And guys, a friend of mine, I've noticed he's in the chat now, and I'm glad to have him here. It's TCAT RC Creations, guys. And I just want to tell you something. This guy, I'm telling you, he reached out to me, and he has sent me some awesome stuff, guys. He has sent me wheel covers for the MiG-29, the F-14, the L-39, and I'm just blown away by the craftsmanship. These are all 3D printed parts. I'm going to hold them up, guys, so you can see them. Let me get them. Let's see. Let's get a light here for you better. I want you guys to really see these. They're awesome. Can you see the details in these, guys? I mean, this is 3D printed, and these goes on your wheels of your jets. And that's one there. Let's see. And TCAT, I know you're in here, so how about chime in, buddy, and tell us what we're looking at. Tell us what's going on, because I've still got to get up with you. This is awesome right here, guys. This looks amazing. His work, his files, his craftsmanship is great. Let me get this up to the camera a little better. I want to get a little more light on that. Tell me if you guys can see that pretty well. These just look amazing, guys. I'm telling you. Let me get a little light back in here. Let's see what else we got. We've got this one right here. And guys, if you need anything, please reach out to him. You can reach out to him on Instagram at TCAT. Let's see. Let me get this right. Hold on. It's T-Cat, all capital letters, RC capital letters, Creations. These are stunning, guys. I'm telling you. I mean, I can't do you any justice with what I'm showing you right here. But these are 3D printed wheel covers for your jets. And I mean, they're so much more realistic than what comes on these things. So, TCAT, chime in, man, and tell them what's up with these. I mean, look at this, guys. Look at the detail in these. And if you just put a little paint work into these, a little weathering, they're going to look amazing. Also, let them know how they can get up with you. Let them know how much these cost, because he was kind enough to send these to me, guys, and did not charge me a dime. And that was such an awesome thing. And I can't wait to use them. And like I said, I love the 3D parts. He also sent all of the other little pieces that go with them for your axles and things like that. Just amazing craftsmanship, and they're going to look amazing once I get them on some of my stuff. And we're going to definitely put them on the L39 that I did for my friend in the Flying Dragon. I told him we're going to be sending these out to him, and we're going to get those on his L39. But guys, the packaging, everything, you know, he paid $9 to have these shipped to me. And man, look, I'm telling you, that was just awesome. I mean, I can't thank you enough, T-Cat. I mean, because, dude, you didn't have to do that. And that's what this community is about, guys. We all love helping each other, and we love building relationships. And, you know, I just can't thank you enough for the kindness and sending these out. I mean, guys, these just, that almost looks like brakes. I mean, that just looks amazing. So he and I definitely got to talk, because I got to have you work through some things and tell me how to use these. He said, I love designing 3D parts. I do it for fun. If enough people enjoy modifications like this, I'll consider selling them. Guys, you need to get up with him, because these will make your jets look amazing for your 3D parts. If you like doing the 3D cockpits, you definitely need to get your wheels and stuff looking right on your airplanes as well, because to me, I don't know, I'm funny about stuff like that. So the more things like this you can do, especially if you're going to show them or if you're going to have them sitting static on the flight line, things like that, you definitely need to get up with somebody like this. So reach out to him and let him know that you saw it on the show tonight, and tell him what you need for your planes, your jets, whatever, man, and I'm sure he can make it. And then you guys can discuss a price, shipping, however you want to do it, T-Cat. Let them know what it is. But man, just super kind of you, super nice. Another, you know, Guniac has sent me stuff in the past, and it's great stuff. I've enjoyed putting it in my planes and showing that as well. I love helping anybody I can. There's several guys out there that are working on other modifications, and I'll be glad to show their stuff and help them out as well. I'm nobody, man. I'm a small fish. The small fish grow. And I'm in a big pond, and I'm just trying to hang out with you guys and have fun and show you what I know and what I learned. And I learned a lot of things from you guys. So thank you to all of you. So definitely reach out to, you know, and let him know that Jeff sent you at TCAT RC Creations. That's T-Cat, all capital letters, RC capital Creations. And you can hit him up on Instagram. Look him up. And if you've got a link or anything, T-Cat, drop it in here tonight, man, please. And let the guys know how to find you. Robert Ortliff, how are you, man? Good to see you. Jeff in Lower Alabama, how are you, buddy? I appreciate all you guys being here tonight, man. And as I said, Dustin is out of town. He is working on trying to get a new machine for his business. And, you know, hey, me and Tara helps me out with this now as far as getting me up and going, and it's working, and we're getting it done. So, you know, I told Dustin, I said, hey, buddy, you're welcome here anytime. Hang out with me. Come do the show. Love having you. So, yeah, Dustin's always welcome to be here, and he knows that. He's got a space here. Next thing, before I go on with this, guys, is check out ncsspacecowboys.org. That is the website for our field here in Greenville, North Carolina. You guys can put tips up there. TCAT, you can put some of your tips on these 3D parts on our website. You can also let Lewis know that you want to put some of these up there. He'd be glad to help you out with that. Lewis works on our website for us, and he does a great job. And there is a fly-in at our field this weekend, guys. And if anybody that's within the proximity of our field that would love to come, check out the website. It'll give you directions, tell you how to be there. Actually, I can't make it. My son's playing travel lacrosse. We've got a tournament out of town this weekend, and I'm not going to miss it. I've been to the last two we've had in Charleston and Huntersville, and this one's another one. We got to leave Friday afternoon, and it is what it is. And I can fly a plane anytime, as I said. I can't get these times back, so I'm going to go hang out and watch my son play lacrosse and have a good time with the fam, and just all do some good things. Hey, no, T-Cat, thank you, buddy. I mean, this is what it's all about in this community. Thank you so much for sending me these. And yes, I will tell everybody about these. And guys, check him out. You'll love these parts, guys. I'm telling you, they'll look great on your jets. You'll wish you had them. Paint them up, weather them up. You'll love it. Also, do not forget to check out my friend at zoomrc.net. Right here, guys. This is him right here. zoomrc.net. Servo leads. Satellite leads. Custom. Parts. Surface parts. Aluminum parts. Gimbals for your radio. He's got new servos, guys, that are amazing. He's putting them out himself. These servos are badass. So definitely go to zoomrc.net and check out these new servos he's pumping out, guys, because they're sweet. And he's killing it. Deuces, man. Hey, buddy. Thank you, man. Big salute to you, bud. As my buddies, the Patrinkics, would say, thank you so much, man. Always 3D parts, man. Look, I'm telling you, T-Cat's killing these parts, guys. You got to love them. Definitely hit him up. That's got to be from the F-14 right there. That's going to look sweet, man. I'm digging that. That is killer. I love this stuff. So thank you so much, Deuces, man. You're awesome, buddy. And let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see. You got Jeff Adams. What's up, buddy? All you guys, man. I just appreciate all of you being here. Okay, so back to the AL. I'm just telling you guys what I'm running into as I'm doing this. Now, again, this is an amazing airplane. You guys can put this plane together per the manual. I think it's going to fly incredibly well. But as you well know, I'm doing this in the Stormtrooper scheme. So I am a perfectionist when it comes to painting something. Look, you can even see where I've got the thing that opens the canopy taped up so I don't get paint on my white, on my clear tape. Again, a little OCD there, right? But no, so I've got a lot of you guys may be asking, well, why are the windows on your cockpit white? They're actually taped up and cut out, guys. So there is tape on every one of these windows. There is tape, and it's been painted over with primer so far. So that's why they look white, because I have spackled in all around the canopy so you see no lines, so it's very smooth. I did not want to see the canopy lines on this thing. I wanted it to blend in. Around the nose cone, there was a bad line. That's gone away. I'm trying to think. A total seam all the way down the body, bottom and top, that's gone away. What else? The line where the rear of the fuselage connects to the front half of the fuselage, gone. Also, in case you guys missed last week's show, I reinforced all of this with carbon rod, 3 pieces on top, 3 pieces along the bottom, along with the 2 pieces of factory rod that comes with it. Also, I did the mod for the wings where you can plug into your servo tester, drop your gear up and down. If you didn't see last week, go back and check that show. Also, on the nacelles, guys, this was something that I had to do, because on the real Stormtrooper plane, the nacelles do not have these parts right here. I did not like this. This is what came on this airplane, just like this, right? These pieces. Well, if you look at these, should you get one, there's a seam all the way around here. Take your blade, cut that off, right? Then I went in here and I spackled all this and got it really nice and smooth. This right here, this was the coolest thing. This is half of a spray paint can lid, guys. If you notice, that fits on there perfect, right? Just like this. That was a spray paint can lid. I took a piece of tape and made me a line. I cut it off and painted it silver. And this will go just like this. Because on the real Stormtrooper plane, this is what you will see. This is what it will look like. And it'll sit like this on the airplane. And that looks so much better and more realistic to me. So that was a must, that had to be done. So just real simple. And no, I do not have a 3D printer, so this is a spray paint can lid, half of one. But it worked out perfect, guys. I mean, look at that. I mean, that is perfect. Looking down the pipe there, I mean, yeah, that's, you know. I mean, it sets inward. It's recessed slightly. So, yeah, I was digging that. Just simple things, guys. A lot of times you got laying around in your shop you're going to throw away anyway. I don't throw away anything. Some could say, well, you're hoarding. No, that's not hoarding. I just always see a use and a purpose for something, so I like to repurpose. What's up, Shay? How you doing, buddy? Good to have you here tonight, man. Yeah, Ray, thank you. It does look like it belongs, right? I love it. Jackson, what's up, my friend? How are you and Mason doing? Glad to have you in here tonight, man. So, yeah, I mean, guys, again, this is a beautiful airplane right out of the box. But these are just things that I'm doing because, as I said earlier, anytime you paint an airplane black, whether it be flat black or gloss, you're going to see more imperfections. The higher the gloss of black, the more imperfections you're going to see. Well, this airplane is going to have a lot of black back in this end of it, and it's going to be a high gloss. So I'm trying to get rid of all the imperfections I can, and then I will, put a polyacrylic high gloss on this entire plane over the decals and everything once I'm done. The decal sheet for this plane is massive. I showed that on the show, I think last week or I think maybe week before. So it's really big as well. It's like 3 foot wide and 6 feet long. The decal sheet alone for this plane is massive. Trying to think. I did do the floodlight shining up on the vertical so that at night the stormtrooper on this part will be lit up from down here. It'll be lit up like a billboard. That's going to look killer. The canopy inside the cockpit is also lit up. That's another mod I've done. So I'm just trying to, keep you guys up with what I've done, what's going on with this airplane. I did notice that Motion RC had some things in stock. They do have the L39. I really want it. It's in the cart right now. I'm just kind of waiting, to see what I might need for this, if anything, right now. But yeah, the L39 camo is back in stock finally. And this is also in stock, guys. Some of you guys have been waiting on this airplane, and it is in stock. It's back. I think they have the white. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe they have the other one in stock as well. So, because there's two versions of this plane. One with the Motion RC livery, and then the one that's just plain white like this one was. This plane, just so you guys know in case you have any questions about it, should you get the white one, it is more of a satin white. This plane, as of now, what you're seeing right now, this has got the flat white Rust-Oleum 2x primer on it. Okay? That is what you're seeing on this plane right now. It is not shiny at all, which is what I wanted. The original paint that came on this plane, the white, is more of a satin color. It's okay. Some guys have complained about that paint peeling off. So I have totally sanded my entire plane just to make sure there's nothing peeling. And I did have a couple of places around the flaps that peeled some, around the window here that peeled a little bit. But I went ahead and took care of it. I flecked off as much as I could. I hit it with a light coat of paint, primer, and then I went in and spackled it smooth, sanded it so it went away. You never know what happened. And that makes that paint lay back down. It ain't coming up no more. So, should you guys decide to get the white one and paint it and make it your own, just so you know, it is a satin white. It's not a flat white. And it does have a little bit of a slicker finish to it rather than the flat white primer, which I have on here right now. Now, the reason I'm doing this all in flat white primer is because anytime you spackle and fill something and sand it, your flat white primer with the proper light on it is going to show you any imperfections that you have. So if you need to go back and re-spackle and re-sand, you'll be able to do that and you'll be able to see it. Whereas if you put a satin or a gloss paint over your spackle or on your plane, it tends to get tacky when you start to sand it with a 220 or anything else. And a lot of times you can actually rough up your foam if you start rubbing too hard. The flat primer sands very nicely. But if you look down the airplane, anywhere you need to add more spackle or sanding, you will be able to see it better with a flat primer. Once everything is to my liking, what I will do is I will go in here and then I will put a satin polyacrylic on this entire airplane. Each piece, the wings, this piece right here. Notice there's nothing put together on this plane, guys, because it's easier to do this way. This will get a satin polyacrylic. This will get satin polyacrylic. And what that will do is it will seal my flat primer. It will seal everything on this entire airplane so I will not peel paint when I start doing any kind of taping or decals or anything should I need to. Because I'm going to have to paint a lot of black on this thing. I'm going to have to airbrush it and use rattle cans to get what I need. And so you don't want to peel paint. So, of course, we're going to use Brendan McCormick's trick, which is the talcum powder trick with our low-tack tape, which works amazingly well, guys, I must say. And thanks to Brendan McCormick for showing us that tip. Yeah, Shay, once I get all the flat white primer like I want it, everything's slick and smooth, I don't see any imperfections, then I will go over it with a satin polyacrylic. Once that is done, then I will tape off and I will start painting on my black. And I will get the black on this plane where it needs to be. Once that is done, I will tape off that black and I will start painting on probably I'm saying a satin to a gloss white. Everywhere this plane is going to be white. Once that is done, I will polyacrylic it again with a satin polyacrylic. And then lastly, well not lastly, but near the end, I will apply all my decals. Then I will go over that with 2 coats of high gloss polyacrylic to seal everything and to seal my decals and to keep anything from lifting or peeling. And then she's ready, guys. And then that's when the video production starts on this airplane because I've got it all figured out and I know what it's going to be. So it's going to be nice, man. I hope you guys will appreciate it and like it because I'm going to try to make it as cool as I can. But yeah, that's where we're at. Let's see. Yes, my Tara said thanks to all you guys for coming because our OBS crashed right before the show. ETA from Maid and Shay. I don't know, man, to be quite honest, because I am taking my time on this airplane. I did not, as you guys know, take it out of the box for a year, except to do a couple of mods to it, because I was waiting to decide on my scheme for this airplane. With that being said, I decided upon it, Stormtrooper, and I'm not rushing it, man. I want it to be perfection. I want everything on here, from the paint job to the decals to the wiring to the lighting. I want it to be epic. And here's the thing, Shay. When I've got to follow an act like Brendan McCormick, Victor Shameless, and Jeremy Saltz and all these other guys that have already done these ahead of me, man, I've got to bring my A game. You know what I mean? And I know that I'm not perfect at what I do by all means, but I want it to look as perfect as it can. And I'm hoping that this plane may make the Motion RC March Madness, because it will be done before then. So hopefully it'll be in the running. James, if you're watching, this plane will be in the March Madness. And I will also have the L-39 that I just finished in the Flying Dragon for Eric down in Florida will be on there too. So, not sure, which one will actually make the cut, but I'm trying to do them as perfect as I can. And I've also, in the whole time I'm doing this, guys, I've also got the big carbon T28 right here that I'm working on for the same gentleman that I did the L39 for, and it's going to be a totally different scheme. And it's going to be a navy scheme, blue and white. It's going to be beautiful. So I'm already working on his T28 and some other things. We're already getting the decals off. We're spackling. We're sanding. So I'm working on 2 big major projects right here, but I love it, man. Yeah, always something to do. Let's see. Anyone have any experience with the free wing F-15? George, a guy at our field, Baron Walker has one, and he flies the mud out of it. But he could fly aboard with wings on it, man. He's just an amazing pilot. Brian is one of our, just I don't know, I'll say a best pilot, but he's just a great pilot. He has just about every jet they make, I think, that Free Wing makes. And I've heard a lot of good things about it. And he flies it off of grass, and it does a great job. And as you guys know, our field is a very nice manicured field. So, yeah, let's see. It's been in the cart for all day for me, George. What? Okay, so Shay's saying he's got the F-15 in his cart. Yeah, man. Like I said, Motion got some stuff in, guys, so you better jump on them while you can. I got the L39 in mind, looking at some other things in case I need it for this before I hit buy. But, yeah, I've been waiting. I haven't bought a plane. God, it's been, wow. I can't tell you the last plane I bought, really. It's been a long time. So, yeah, I think the MiG-29 was actually my last plane. You guys know how long that's been. So let's see. Yeah, Griffin has had his attention too, as Shay said. What's up, EQ? How you doing, buddy? Glad to have you here tonight. So, I mean, yeah, guys, that's where it's at. I mean, I'm just having a good time with this. Being very peculiar about what I do, and then also I'm working on the Carbon T28. I'm also going to do the mods to that as well for my friend. He said, I want you to do it as if it were yours. So we've got to get, new gear for it. We're going to do that. Probably a new ESC, because I put the 100 amp Avion in my T28. I also did the Motion RC X-Wave retracts in my T28, but I think I may go with the E-Flights because there was a lot of modification with the Motion RCs, but they work. But E-Flights are drop-in, plug-and-play, so that's probably what I'll go with on those for him. Let's see. Yeah, guys, there's a lot of boats sitting around out there waiting to get in, so hopefully there's a lot of stuff, coming in for Motion and Horizon and all the companies, so we'll have to see how it all works out. But other than that, I mean, I haven't got a lot of flying in. I went out to our field yesterday. I got everything weed-eated, cleaned up. They're having the fly-in this weekend. Of course, as I said, I can't be there, and I hate it. It is what it is, but you got to pick and choose in life, and my kid comes first, man. So that's what I'll be doing, and but I hope they have a good turnout. I hope the weather will hold out for them. I think we're calling for some wind or rain on Friday, and I don't know if that'll carry over into Saturday or not. But either way, if you guys are in distance, if you can get here, please try. Support them. Let's see, I have my 90mm F-16 ready to rock and roll with a 90mm FMS for a maiden this weekend. Our club has just finished a 250 page. Wow, Shay, that sounds nice, man. That's really cool. 250-foot paved runway. Well, buddy, the F-16 won't have no problem getting up on that because my F-16 right here that I did in the Arctic Aggressor scheme, it's one of my favorites, and it rolls up off the grass with no problem. Now, I will tell you this. Another guy at our field talked with me, and I put him in touch with Ray. And Ray told him to put the FMS in his, and he said it just purely woke it up. It's a different jet, and it flies incredibly well off the grass with the FMS system in it. So, any of you guys ever thought about getting the plane and you don't want the stock? I have the upgraded system in my F-16, but the FMS is an even better system. So if any of you guys want to upgrade to that system, you can reach out to Ray at Guniac 33, and he'll be glad to tell you what to put in it, as he did with my friend, and it did make a huge difference. Well, Mrs. Shamulus, you can't do that. You have to be here. I'm just kidding you. I'm glad you're taking good care of Victor, and I'm glad you can be a part of what he loves to do. I think that's awesome. You guys can hang out and you go fly and film for him. I think that is wonderful. My wife doesn't care a world of watching an airplane fly. She could rather watch paint dry. But she does help me with my YouTube, and she helps me with my decals, and she helps me with so many other things in this whole world of YouTube that I can't do or haven't learned to do. And so, yeah, it's a good thing that you and Victor can go out and have a good time together. So that's awesome. So let's see here. Yeah, Shay, you're going to love that FMS fan system in that F-16. Let's see here. Shay, if you get the gripping, get the vectoring with it. Okay, so George Watts is saying, Shay, if you get the gripping, to definitely get the vectoring with it as well. It's a nice upgrade, and they did a great job with that. So that's good to know. Everybody I've seen flying it seems to like it, seems to really enjoy it. Seems to be doing really good with it. So, what's up, pilots? What's up, BD? How you doing, man? Thank you for coming tonight, buddy. I appreciate you. Again, appreciate everybody here. All you guys are awesome. I wouldn't have a reason to be here without you guys. Watching the show and hanging out with me and supporting the channel. I hope you guys find it entertaining. I know sometimes we can all get boring and shows can get boring, but if I'm not flying, I'm trying to talk to you guys about what I am doing and what I'm working on. And so winter's coming. It's going to get cold. It's going to get ugly. We're going to be hibernating in the garage in the shop and working on our airplanes, because that's a good time to do your maintenance, good time to do your flight checks, good time to set up your radios for your flight checks, go over your servos, go over your controls. I don't know about you guys, but a lot of times we have a plane that gives us a problem at the field, and we say, well, I'll put it in the trailer or I'll put it in the truck and I'll look at it when I get home, and we forget it. And guys, I've talked about this many times before. That's where you have got to, have a flight log. You've got to keep up with these things. And if you'll do that with this device right here that you carry everywhere with us, every time you fly a new plane, especially a maiden, start a new log for that plane. Put in your phone how well it flew, what your settings were, whether you liked it in high rates or low rates, what your battery came down at, how long you flew it for. Your thoughts on it in general. Did it fly well? Did you like it? Did you care for it? Were you impressed? Were you not impressed? What you would change if you could. These are things, guys, that a lot of times, and some of you guys are young. I'm 55, and we have these brain farts, and a lot of times we forget things. I forget why I walked in the kitchen sometimes, and I'm sure none of you have that problem yet. But if you keep a log of these things every time you fly an airplane, it'll remind you how you flew it, what you liked or didn't like about it, what you might want to change, what you might want to upgrade. If you had a servo that didn't work quite right or it chattered, next weekend or the weekend after, if it rains, you may forget to look at that, and you fly it again and you crash it. Set a reminder. Make your phone tell you to look at that situation before you fly that plane again. These are just things, guys, that can save an airplane for you, and it only takes a few minutes. And if you'll start doing it, it really gets fun and interesting, because every single one of our airplanes, guys, they all fly differently, and we all fly them differently. For instance, this airplane right here, I may love it in high rates. Another airplane, I hate it in high rates because it's too twitchy. And so if your radio is set in high rates when you land this one, and you go to fly, say, your F-14 or your F-15, and you're sitting here going, okay, well, I haven't flown that plane in a couple months, because I don't know about you guys, but we all like to rotate out our inventory in our planes. You might not fly a certain plane for a couple of months. And if you didn't fly it for a couple of months, you may forget, how did I set that plane up? How did I like, what rates did I want to fly it in? Well, guys, if you got it, in writing, you can look back in your phone and go, okay, yeah, low rates on takeoff, high rates in flight, back to low rates for landing. Awesome, I got it. And guys, you just eliminated part of the headache of flying that airplane. You don't have to think about it so much. Or you don't have to get it up in there and go, oh, wait, I don't like how this flies, change it. Everything is kind of like having an instructor standing right there with you because you got it in your phone. So take a few minutes, man, and just write down a few notes. And if you'll do that every single time you fly that airplane, you keep up with how many times it's been flown. Have you maintained it in a while? Have you checked your linkages? Have you checked your connectors? Have you checked your servos? Have you checked your gear? A lot of things of which, check screws in your gear. Are the screws tight? Do they vibrate? Everything on these planes vibrates. Go over them and maintain them, guys, and it might save your airplane. You might thank me one day for something as simple as a loose screw that could have made something fly off your airplane and put it in the ground. So, just my 2 cents. What's up, Brian Chambers? How are you, buddy? BD Tennessee said, a friend of mine has 60 planes. He has index cards with notes and settings. So when he goes back to that plane, he knows his transmitter settings, rate, flat. Exactly, BD, and that's what I'm talking about. But this right here, guys, is your index card. If you will take the time to, as much as we text, type it in and put it under a certain airplane name, say F-15, new findings, or whatever, new flight log. Put it in here, guys, and just put in your thoughts for that day. Windy, didn't like it. It was a crosswind. Don't fly this plane with a crosswind. Or turn the gyro down, turn the gyro up, turn the gyro off. Put it in here. And guys, I promise you, if you'll make a habit of starting to do that, it will, every time you fly that plane, you'll look back at your notes and go, oh, wow, that plane flew great that day, but daggone it, I need to check a servo because I didn't realize I had a servo that was doing something stupid, so let me check it. It may save that plane for you that day. And again, you'll thank me, especially when you put a $500 or $600 airplane in the ground. So I'm just saying. Let's see. Ray, when I was in Charleston this weekend, Charleston, South Carolina, for lacrosse, we were staying at a hotel there in Charleston, and it was right by an airport. Have you guys ever heard of an airliner called Breeze, B-R-E-E-Z-E? Well, there was an airport right there by us, and as we're coming into the motel at Charleston, I see 2 fighter jets fly over, and I'm like going, oh my God, fighter jets! It's so cool. But we were right there by the Charleston City Town Hall, and in front of the building was a display of a Breeze airliner sitting there, man, and I got some cool pictures of it. And somebody on Facebook is actually painting a scheme with this airliner with the Breeze scheme on it. It's going to look really good. I'd never heard of this airline before, but it's a beautiful blue, white, silver airplane, and it's got Breeze down the side of it. So that's going to be really cool. I can't wait to see that one. That's going to spark a lot of interest. But yeah, Ray, we were right near an airport, man, and all these planes all weekend, big airplanes, private jets, fighter jets, everything was coming over, man. I thought about you because you're always posting airplanes, so that was really cool to see that. And you hear these airplanes, man, it's like, wow. You kind of feel the ground and everything around you rumbling, man. It's just so cool. Have not seen the F5 and was on it today ordering gear and gun kit for the B-25 and the B-17. That's nice, EQ. Awesome, man. Yeah, let's see. Lionel Randall said Breeze is a new airline which launches this summer. Okay, there you go. And it's a nice looking airline, man. And matter of fact, let's see if I can pull this picture up for you guys because I'll show you What's up, Gary? How you doing, buddy? Let's see. I'll show you guys this airline, if you can see it. And again, it is a nice looking airplane. Let me get all my mess out of here and turn this way. Well, see, I'll turn it this way. But that's it. If you guys can see that, that's just a really cool looking airplane. So I had to get pictures of that. It's a display they had out in front of the city town hall in Charleston. Let's see, I got that one, and yeah, there's another picture of it. See if you guys can see that one. And there's one more I got. There's that one from the front. But yeah, the main one was this one here. You can see breeze going down the side of the plane. Just really nice looking airliner. But I saw that this weekend. I was like, that would be a cool scheme to do as well. But I've already got one going now. Yeah, there's always cool stuff out there, guys, especially when you see it. Let's see. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. That's right, man. That's right. Sounds like somebody watches a little bit of Walking Dead, maybe. I know we do. And guys, this is another product I'm getting ready to show you that my friend that I did the L39 for turned me on to. I'd never heard of it. And he said, hey, I brought you a tube of something, try it. He said, this is better than foam tack in my opinion. And I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. Any of you guys ever heard of this product right here? Can you see that? This is a tube, and I'm telling you, I've used it already on some things with this airplane. As you can see, it is a tube, just like so, like foam tack would be. But it does not hurt foam, so it is foam friendly. It's a polystyrene glue for hard foam like styrofoam, flexible, resistant to aging. It's transparent. This tube is transparent. But that's it, guys. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen this, but it's a great alternative to foam tack. If you haven't seen it or tried it, you definitely should. So yeah. Yeah, TCAT. There you go, man. Let's see, works really well. Also try E6000. I've got E6000 TCAT. The only thing I don't like about E6000 versus like this product or foam tack, you know how foam tack and this product right here, if you push something together and you pull it apart, you wait 60 seconds, you stick it back together, it sticks like that. The E6000 to me takes longer to harden and to stay firm. That's just my finding. Let's see. Jeff, you use that, don't you? Yes, I do, JCB. It's a good product. Like I said, or you might be talking to LA Jeff, as I call him. And, you know, I think Brian Phillips uses what's called mucilage that he gets out of China from somewhere. And he likes the mucilage as well as he does foam tack. I've never tried that. Supposed to be a good product. Looks really well. I will tell you this too, guys. If you live anywhere near a Hobby Lobby, Beacon makes foam tack. Okay, Beacon is the company. Hobby Lobby sells Beacon, and they sell foam tack in almost the same types of squeeze bottles and everything. It's the clear, transparent bottles. It's not exactly called foam tack, but if you read the bottle, it does the same thing. And I've got some in my refrigerator over here because I keep it in the refrigerator. Any of your glues, your CAs, your foam tacks, things like that, guys, if you will keep them in a cold, refrigerated area, they will always work better and they will harden and dry quicker than if you leave them just in a normal environment or a hot environment. They will expand and come out of the tube, foam tack especially. And foam tack, if you let it sit in a normal environment, once you open the lid on a clear bottle, it's just about going to be history. And I don't know anybody that uses an entire bottle of foam tack. So again, you need to keep it in the refrigerator. It keeps the shelf life of it. I don't know why, but it does, and especially CA. CA in the refrigerator always does better. Let's see. All right, Litz RC, what's up, man? Glad to have you here tonight. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it, all the support, man. Hit that thumbs up. And guys, if you haven't hit the thumbs up or thumbs down, whichever toots your horn, hit it. The YouTube algorithms love it, and it helps me. And if you don't like the show, hit the thumbs down twice. So yeah, appreciate you coming in and being part of the show. Appreciate all you guys. But definitely keep your CA and your foam tack in the refrigerator, guys. It'll keep your shelf life a lot better. Some adhesives cure quicker than most in moist environments. Yeah, that is so right, Jeff. Gorilla Glue, for instance, some of those require water to make them work. Gorilla Glue, some of those products expand, and that can be a good thing or a bad thing depending on your project. Now, some guys like the clear Gorilla Glue. I don't think it expands. I've never really used it for this type of work. I use Gorilla Glue sometimes for woodworking, because if you're trying to fill a void or a hole, it will expand, and it works really well, and it is a hard bond. But a lot of that stuff does require water with Gorilla Glue. Not all of it, but some of it. EQ says, yes, Hobby Lobby has a nice airbrush kits, balsa wood, plywood, static models, and a few more things for me. Yeah, I use the Iwata airbrushes, man, and Hobby Lobby sells those, and they're super nice. And they have a good supply of airbrush equipment in there. And the Iwata airbrushes, to me, are the best ones you can get. Brian, man, again, dude, thank you, buddy. I appreciate your support, man. You're awesome, bud. Hey, I can't tell you enough, man. It just means a lot to me. And thank you so much. I love your stuff on Facebook, and keep it coming, man. Let's see. So yeah, Gorilla Glue white dries white and expands. Gorilla Glue clear dries transparent and doesn't expand. Okay, good to know, BD, because I knew one of them did expand. So guys, if you didn't hear that or you didn't read it, as BD just said, the Gorilla Glue white does expand, which means if you put it in something, it's going to expand out, kind of like a spray foam. Whereas the clear Gorilla Glue does not expand, so that's good to know. And BD, is the clear Gorilla Glue foam safe? Yes or no? I think it is, but I just want to be sure. Because I know some of this stuff is not foam safe. It'll melt that foam in a heartbeat, man. I've seen foam tack melt some glue, especially if you put on too much of it. I've seen it melt glue as well. Let's see. Yeah, JCB said mix it with water first, less expansion. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. All right, let's see. When is it going to the... Gary, I don't know yet because I am taking my time on it, man. I want this to be perfect. That's why I'm spending so much time spackling and sanding and priming so I can see any imperfection, like seams in the body. I want those totally gone for when I paint it. So I don't have a set date because I want it to be a showpiece, man. I want it to look nice. Because I truly believe this airplane is going to fly incredibly well. I mean, how can it not with the size of the wings? It's got to be a great flying airplane, especially for scale, flying at scale, super smooth. I just think it's got to fly great. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man, and getting it all done and getting it in the air. So, stay with me, and as I progress, you'll know. Hopefully it won't be too long, though. Let's see. Thanks, Mom. I appreciate you coming by. I appreciate everything today. Thank you for being here. T-Cat said, as a great side note, white Gorilla Glue is excellent to carry in the field box because it dries 80% strength in 1 hour. Excellent for repairs requiring filling in voids because it expands. There you go. So very true. And I'll tell you something else, guys, to throw in your box too. And you may laugh or think I'm crazy, but a lot of your plastic parts on your airplane, such as your gear doors and things like that, that have a plastic control horn attached to the plastic. Get you a little container and put some baking soda in there. And the reason I'm telling you this, guys, if you mix baking soda with CA, you're going to break that plane somewhere else before you break that joint, and it dries white and it's hard as a brick bat. Another thing, if you strip a hole on an airplane with one of those self-tapping screws, get the screw out. If your hole is stripped, fill it with baking soda first, squirt your CA in the hole, and I'm telling you, man, it'll harden just like that, and that baking soda will fill that hole, and you'll have a brand new piece of plastic. Take you a drill bit, drill your hole into the baking soda, now thread your screw back in, you got a new hole. I've never seen nothing like it, man. Baking soda and CA, I'm telling you, you will break that plastic somewhere else before you will break it where that joint is, where that baking soda and CA is. It's awesome. So carry a little bit of baking soda in your box somewhere to the field, guys, because if you have anything in your gear or gear door or whatever that breaks off and it's plastic, mix that daggone baking soda and that CA together, and you will have a bond like you will not believe. Let's see. Gary said, "Can anyone here tell me how to make sticker graphics to a phone plane? How to make sticker graphics to a phone plane? The stickers on the B-17 are all coming off." All right, Gary. So here's a cool thing. My wife showed me this trick. First of all, and I do this to a lot of my planes. There's a couple of different ways. I have a iron from Monaco. It's about this wide and about that long. It came from Hangar 9. I put it on number 1. Let it heat up, and if you'll lay a paper towel over your sticker and rub that iron over that paper towel, the heat from that iron will make the glue in that sticker react and make it stick to your airplane. And it'll also take air bubbles and pockets out as well. Now, once the sticker is on the airplane, go to, I think it's the dollar store or the Dollar Tree, and get some matte Mod Podge. Okay, it comes in a little bottle the size of apple barrel paint at Walmart. Walmart also may have it, but it's matte Mod Podge. Take your paintbrush and go around the edge of all of your decals, and when it dries matte. It's clear. It's gone. It's clear. That sticker will not raise back up, buddy. I promise you that, and you will never have another problem with it. So there you go. There's 2 techniques. Iron it first with a little bit of heat. Get it stuck down good, and then go around the edges of it with Mod Podge. And also your water slides, if you've ever got any of those peeling up, Mod Podge. It works incredibly well, and it comes in a matte. You want the matte Mod Podge, and they sell it at Dollar Tree or Dollar General. I'm not sure which. But it's only $1 a bottle, and a bottle will last you forever. So hope that answers your question, Gary. I mean, you can't get no easier than that. My big Free Wing A10, the water decals wanted to peel up in some places. And, that's a matte finish airplane anyway. My wife comes in there and says, "Here, put this matte Mod Podge around all the stickers." I did. It disappeared. The stickers never came back up. Totally gone. And all you got to do is go around the edges. You don't have to go over the whole sticker. Just go around the edges. Done and done. So there you go. Hope that answers your question. Jeff in Lower Alabama said, "Tug used that at the Pilot Ryan flying and made a believer out of me." I'm telling you, man, it works. And my iron that I use for Monocoat, if you will iron your decals, guys, I'm telling you, especially the vinyl decals, it makes the glue heat up and the glue sticks to the airplane. It just makes all the difference in the world, but you don't need to turn the heat up over a 1 on the iron. You need to be able to touch it to your hand, because as with heat on an airplane, you will gator the foam if it's too hot. So that's why if you lay a paper towel over your sticker, and that way you also will not mar your plane, and rub that iron over the paper towel and just keep it moving, the heat from that iron will make the glue activate in that sticker, and it will stick to that airplane so much better. So try that, man, and I think you'll go, wow, this really works, because it's awesome. I do that to most all my airplanes on new stickers, old stickers. If I got one lifting, iron it first, then Mod Podge it. Let's see. And I'll show you. Let me get my iron and I'll show it to you. Hang on a second. Okay, so I have two irons. This is my big one. And as you can see, this has got a pretty big head on it. They also make a sock that goes on this as well. But this is also like a ceramic coating. So, I just keep it really clean. Some of it's come off. But they do make a sock. You can also get you a baby sock, put over it. Or you can also get a piece of white t-shirt, wrap around it with a rubber band back down in here. But this has a thermostat on it. When you are heating up your decals, never go past a 1 and be able to touch it to your hand and not burn yourself, but you don't want to be able to hold it there, but just kind of do this. You'll know when it's hot enough. This is the other iron that I have. This is a high and low. As you can see, it's really small foot. It comes with another foot that I can put on here. But I can get into small spaces, or I can do around really tiny areas or in little tight crevices with this one. It works very well, especially for little pinstripes or things like that. So these monocoat irons work incredibly well, guys, for ironing on your decals. So again, hey Gary, thank you so much, man. Very nice of you, buddy. You didn't have to do that, but I so thank you for it. Every little bit helps, man, and that's just super nice of you. Thank you so very much. And I hope these tips work for you, buddy, because they work for me. And these irons, I think this iron right here, I know Horizon Hobby has this one. This comes in handy for a lot of things, guys. I think this iron right here is only like, what, $30? And the smaller one like this, it's only about maybe 15 or 20. They're not really expensive. And it does have a high and low switch. It doesn't have a thermostat like this one does on the back of it, that you can turn this one all the way up to 5. And if you turn it up to 5, you're going to melt the crap out of the plane. But if you ever do any balsa planes, this works really good for your monocoat or your ultra coat. So definitely a good iron is always nice to have. Yeah, Guniak, always low, man. Let's see, I have several irons. I will make one specific for stickers. Absolutely, Gary. There you go, man. And you will thank me for that one, buddy. Thin CA and baking soda can be smoky, but works great. Absolutely. It can heat up quick, can't it, Ray? But it does work good, don't it? It'll almost make you a new piece of plastic, fellas. I'm not kidding you, man. It is super hard, but it does get hot, but it works. I promise you. The trim iron is nice for tight spots. Yes, it is. Very nice for tight spots. Gary, this is a Hanger 9 right here. This one definitely, it's got, actually you see the Hanger 9 decal on the back of it. That is a Hanger 9, and it works exceptionally well. This one right here, it is a trim seal tool. I don't know. It's a Top Flight. That's a Top Flight is who makes that one right there. So yeah, and it comes, I've got another foot that you can undo this Phillips screw and stick another foot down in here for even different areas and surfaces. So both of those, they work great, guys, I'm telling you. And if you do ever have monocoat planes and some of your monocoat starts to lift up or whatever, you can rub over it and it'll seal it right back down, because again, just like a decal, it activates the glue and it makes it re-stick. And again, on your monocoat planes, if you've got any, guys, you can put Mod Podge on those well, and it seals down those edges, and it won't peel back up. And Mod Podge is a great product, and it's cheap. Works really good. What's up, Frank RC Planes? How you doing, man? Frankie. I think that's Mr. Frank. Let's see. Have you ever used a liquid monocoat sealer? Again, no, but I cannot see why Mod Podge would not work for that as well. Gary, like I said, Mod Podge is incredible, man. It is a water-based product. It dries quickly. You can get it in matte and satin, and I think possibly a gloss. And I'll tell you what Mod Podge primarily is. You remember paper mache as a kid? You ever do paper mache and you mixed Elmer's glue and water together? Okay, well, that's kind of what Mod Podge is. It is just the right consistency of Elmer's glue and water, but it dries clear and it works perfectly well. So, there you go. Who knew, right? He said, I have a bottle and I never opened it. There you go, man. Flying every day. That's right. So is everybody going to be doing some flying? You know, the weather here is getting cooler, guys. We've had some cooler days. It's been down in, this morning I think it was 43 degrees here in Greenville, North Carolina. So fall's coming. But I think it's supposed to be back up to 75 or 80 this weekend. So this is a great fall weather, man. I like cool nights, sitting by fire outside, and then your nice days where it's no humidity, 75 to 80 degrees, and that's good jet weather, guys. These jets fly incredibly well when you got weather like that, you know. Yeah. All right, well, look here, fellas. I'm going to wrap it up and let you guys get back at what you're doing. Again, I cannot thank any of you too much for being here and hanging out with me again. Dustin's busy, and my wife's helping me do all this stuff with the YouTube channel. I think we're doing a great job as far as I can tell. Obviously, we are because you guys are here, so we're doing something right. But Dustin knows he is welcome to be here at any time whenever he gets settled and can get back in. He's got a new baby as well. So he's trying to get his business stuff, his machines going. So, it'll work out when it works out. But other than that, we're here. We're going to be here. Flight Club, man. We got to have you guys here and showing you how to do some things. I hope you guys take something from it. Hey, again, I'm just a little fish in a big pond, and I'm hanging out with you guys and just trying to have some fun. So I thank you for being here. Again, check out TCat Creation, RC Creations, guys, for these awesome 3D parts for your wheels and your jets. These are killer, man. I'm telling you, I cannot wait to put these on some jets. And just hit him up on Instagram, guys, and tell him you want to talk to him about some things and get it done. Hit up Ray for your afterburners. Help out all your friends, man. Check out their channel, subscribe, like, show the love, be a part of what they're doing. Victor, hey, man, props to you, buddy. Congratulations on your weekend. Again, I'm sorry for what happened to you with your two jets, man. My heart goes out to you, buddy. That's a lot to lose, a lot of money to lose, and I feel for you, man. But I'm glad you're doing good. You got a beautiful wife, and I'm glad she's helping you out. And you guys just stay with it and keep going. Pilot Ryan, if you're listening, all you guys that are headed to the fly-in down in Alabama, be safe. Be safe in your travels. Enjoy yourself. Send us out some good videos and footage of what you're doing because some of us can't be there. And hope all you guys will stay safe. Be back here next Tuesday night, same time for Flight Club. And again, thanks to the wife for helping me get this up and going so I can be here for you guys. And we'll have more going on the AL-37, so stick around for it. And hopefully I'll get some videos out soon. I've got a lot of stuff in the queue. I just have not had time with lacrosse and everything else to get them put together, but they're coming. So be patient. Love all you guys. Have a great evening and take care, and I will see you soon. I'm Jeff. You're watching Jeff's Custom RC Flight Club. See you next week. Have a good one.